Well, some of you might be very much aware that life has been very difficult for last couple of years. Being Christian in England is very difficult, and critiquing ideology of Islam becomes very difficult since Islam is very sensitive being or sensitive thing. I have this signs that life is gonna become difficult back, I think first time in 2014 or something, 2014, 2015. And in 2017 signs kind of got bigger and more obvious that life is getting difficult. 2019, 2020 kind of hit the nail on the head that yes, now life is officially becoming difficult. And I think actively since end of 2019, beginning of 2020, life become really difficult. Of course, all the thanks goes to Muslims as well as British police for their contribution and their active work to make the life difficult for me. It become clear that in Britain, if you are Christian and preaching glorious gospel of Lord Jesus Christ, where people are so hungry for the truth, where people are so hungry for the light, if you are preaching his glorious gospel, that is a problem. And not only that, if you are critiquing or questioning the ideology of Islam, simply reading the Islamic sources, that's a problem too. So, and once two comes together, preaching glorious gospel of Lord Jesus Christ as well as critiquing false ideology of Islam, Muslims come after you. Muslims come after your loved ones. Same for police. Police comes after you simply because you are preaching glorious gospel of Lord Jesus Christ and critiquing ideology of Islam. They come after your loved ones. Muslim and police together, they make your life very miserable. When you turn up and beg them for the protection which is just you are about to be harmed, you get the response, oh yeah, they are not your bodyguards. Well, didn't you know this will happen, blah blah. Oh wait, I can't wait to see this on the news, all that junk. So they are not there to help you. British police actively practicing two-tier policing and coming alongside of these Muslims to make your life very miserable, very uncomfortable and very difficult. So I am in middle of fork that I need to make a decision which side I need to go. I'm just looking at the news and seeing the opportunities we have right now. So while in the end of the road, need to make a decision which side I'm gonna go. In one side, my option is go to prison and leave the prison. Once I leave the prison, I will have happy and comfortable life. Other option is seek asylum in England. And I'm thinking which one I should choose. Let me break it down for you with your help. Hopefully you kind of know where I'm coming from and how I might be able to move forward. So going into prison, we've got amazing mayor for London. He expressed now, since government is releasing these criminals, once they are out of prison, they are provided housing. And not only they are provided housing, but also they don't need to be on the queue for housing. They can simply jump the queue and then get into housing much sooner. So that's the benefit of going to prison and coming out of the prison. But to get in prison, all I need to do is, actually it's very simple as well, turn to the police station for the voluntary interviews. And once you enter the voluntary interviews, you are simply charged and sentenced and sent to prison. Concern regarding that is, since Britain is practicing two-tier justice system, I'm not sure if I will ever able to leave prison alive. So there is a concern. Of course, there is a way to get rid of that concern. Simply convert to Islam in prison. Since Muslims doing dawah in prison, I am sure under such a conditions I will find Islam very attractive and protective of me, so I can convert to Islam and then get out of the prison sooner and then enjoy all these benefits that British government is going to provide for me. As I said, it's not that difficult. All I need to do is go to the voluntary interviews. Second option is, as I said, seeking asylum in Britain. As a Christian, of course, we know Britain doesn't kind of give you that much option for seeking asylum. For it has the same essential for you to seek asylum. You've got to become Muslim to seek asylum in Britain. Since Britain offers many things to the asylum seekers, I am sure I wouldn't have any problem of becoming Muslim for the comfortable life. So for me to seek asylum, which means I need to get myself to France and then get a boat from France to the Britain and then seek asylum. Of course, I need to do arrangements for the practical things, but I think it's worth it. So I need to get to France. I can't fly to France. Why? Because airports are very much dangerous now. Not only protected groups are breaking the nose of police officers and attacking police officers, but also it is dangerous as you go through the airport. Police who is practicing two-tier officing and abusing their power can simply stop you and arrest you and have right go through all of your personal things, from your phone, everything in your phone, to your laptop, everything in your laptop, and all of your clothing, underwear, all those kind of things. And they are very good at abusing such a power. So airport might not work. So option is simply get myself to King's Cross and take train from King's Cross to France. Practical thing before that I've got to do is I just need to make sure I know how to swim. So I will be actively looking for the swimming lesson so that I learn how to swim in case boat sunk or crashes, so I can swim the channel. Once I get myself into France, life is much easier. All I need to do is from that moment is simply stop preaching the glorious gospel of Lord Jesus Christ. Stop critiquing the false ideology of Islam and identifying myself as a Muslim. And I'm sure Islamic Dawah gangs will step in and then preach the gospel to me. Sorry, not gospel. I'm sure Islamic Dawah team will step in and preach me Islam. Since I'm desperately in need of this comfortable life in Britain, I will become a Muslim. And then from that moment, just cover up and live as a Muslim. Get in touch with the human traffickers. I am very much aware that they cost between £3,000 to £10,000, depend how they see you. And then get into one of those boats. While I am in the boat, essential thing I need to do is destroy my passport. Once I destroy my passport, then the moment I enter the United Kingdom, I can simply express who I am and express that I am Muslim, I am seeking asylum, and they will allow me into country. Not allow me, actually, they will simply welcome me into the country, so that and everything is waiting for me. So once I enter into the country, I already checked the website of Home Office. I will be provided house, I will be provided cash support, I will be provided maternity payment, I will provided healthcare, of course under the healthcare. So under the healthcare I will be provided prescriptions for the medicine, free eye test, free dental care, as well as I will be helped for glasses. That's actually very attractive as well, because a couple of times my glasses were broken by Muslims and they were poor, so they couldn't pay for my glasses, and I know they are pretty expensive. So government is going to help with that, and of course they help you with education. With all this, overall what I get: free housing, free life, free legal aid, all my court fees will be provided, And of course, I can bring my loved ones if I want to. It all looks very attractive, as I observe that British people are so kind and so generous. They are willing to make their elders to freeze to death, and sacrifice their essentials from their lifestyle so that they can look after people, they can provide home, people like me who will be treated as precious rose. Of course, once you kind of enter the country and process the asylum process, you will never get deported, because the moment I entered, now I am Muslim. I get these privileges that Muslim will get. So in the future, if I want to buy house prices will be cheaper for me, simply because I am Muslim. I don't need to pay stamp tax. So I'm kind of disqualified from some of the taxes as well. Some of the other privileges will come alongside of it, such as freedom of speech. They are privileges now. Freedom of expression, that's privilege again. Freedom of belief, that's privilege again. Freedom to support the terrorist organizations, that's privilege again. So if you are Muslim who is living in Britain, doesn't matter what is your legal status, you get those privileges. And it is again kindness and generosity of British government as well as British people that they are willing to sacrifice so-called their freedom so that I can have my privileges and treat it as precious rose in Britain. So I hope you can see where I am coming from. If I enter the country through boat, life will be very comfortable. If I get out of the jail, life is going to be very comfortable for me. And as I expressed, last 4 years life has been very difficult. I've got to start from somewhere and need to move forward. And core of all this, I simply stop preaching the glorious gospel of Lord Jesus Christ and stop attacking this very ugly, dangerous, false ideology of Islam, so that United Kingdom will give me right to live in their country as precious rose. As I said earlier, right now I'm in the dilemma. It seems coming through channel gives me more privileges and more comfortable life, but I haven't made my decisions. I will make my decision soon. I've got to make my decision very soon. So just don't want to miss these great opportunities, you know. Britain is just failed. People who enter the country illegally has better rights and better lifestyle than people who are working very hard. People who never commit a crime has much difficult life than people who committed crime in Britain. Seems things are not looking good. Things are not looking good. Seriously, it's just getting out of control. But while it is getting out of control, we know that King of Kings, Lord of Lords, eternal Son of the Father, Lord Jesus Christ, is on the throne, rules and reigns. And we live in biblical times where he's handing over people to their desire. So, even though British government is offering amazing opportunities to Muslims, treating them as precious roses, stay away from Islam. It's not worthy.